Hi everyone, it's Blake again, Northwinds Wilderness School. Sorry we've been gone for a while. It's been really cold, really snowy, and really busy, so I apologize for the absence. But now we're going to be back with our Track of the Week videos, and I don't have all my regular equipment with me. I wasn't planning on filming today, but I just found a really cool trail that inspired me to make this video, so I apologize if the quality isn't what you're used to. When you're tracking in the snow, it's not always easy to identify individual tracks. Sometimes you'll have melt out, sometimes you'll have soft snow obscuring the track. So one of the things that we use to identify what we're talking about is gaits and gait patterns. The gait is how the animal is moving, like what its body and feet are doing, and the gait pattern is how that movement translates into tracks on the ground. So what we have here is a raccoon trail. Now, normally we're used to seeing a 2x2 pattern with raccoons where you'll have rear foot, front foot, rear foot, front foot, rear foot. And as you look at this pattern, you can see it's not exactly that. All right, everyone. Here is an overall look at the gait pattern. Sorry for the shaky picture. I don't have my gimbal with me.
It was like, so in case you guys didn't understand.
Okay, here's a pretty good example of what I was talking about. If you look here, you'll see rear foot, front foot, rear foot, front foot.
I'm okay. It's going to get wet.
Okay. And if you get down inside of some of these tracks, you can actually make out the toes. So it's little track, big track, little track, big track. Little track, big track, little track, big track. The big ones are the rear feet. When you're looking at raccoon tracks, the rear track has a really long pointed heel that looks a bit like an ice cream cone, and the front track usually looks like a human handprint with a C-shaped palm pad. Unfortunately, in this substrate, we don't have that to rely on. We can't go by the morphology in the track. We're going specifically by gait. So if you see tracks that are right next to each other and it goes little big, little big, little big, you're probably looking at a raccoon that's walking. These ones are a little offset. We think the raccoon is moving quickly, not an all-out run, but more than just a walk. All animals have specific ways they move, whether it's a lope or a bound or a walk or a run or a gallop or a trot. Raccoon trails are very specific in that they have what's called a 2x2 walk, where the front foot stretches way out in front of them, and then the rear foot of the opposite side falls right next to that front footprint as the animal is moving. So I'm just going to take a second here and show you again what the gait pattern looks like. Here we can see the 2x2 gait pattern in mud. The prints are much clearer, and you can see I've marked which foot is which. This is a very, very typical raccoon gait. Now you'll see a picture of the rear foot track from a raccoon. Notice the long ice cream cone shape of the heel pad and the 5 distinct toes. And finally, we'll see the front foot of a raccoon. This is one of the nicest tracks I've ever seen. Notice the 5 fingers and the C-shaped palm pad. All right, guys, so I know this video was short. Thank you for taking the time to watch it. I hope you learned something here. This was a pretty cool trail. The animal changes speeds a few times, so it was a little bit confusing. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you have anything you want to add, or you learned anything from this video, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you found any value in this video, please find a friend to share it with. As usual, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.